Heyo, it's me, Harper Savage, and today we're going to be trying out these Black Edition felt tip markers. I was very intrigued by the Black Edition markers because I don't really have too many markers that can write on black paper that aren't like acrylic. So I want to see how these do. My package is a little weird, but it was the only one there, so I'm just going to deal with it being not fully together. Is 20 felt tip pens with brush nib, brilliant colors and soft brush nib for variable line width, washes out of most fabrics, color of ink based on food dyes. Interesting. So we got the Black Edition markers, so that means we need our black Canson paper. Let's get started with the swatches. First and foremost, let's take them out of the package. Now I've got to put them in rainbow order because the rainbow god said so. I just noticed, they included a black with this when it's for black paper. I wonder if this more is for like touch-ups. All right, let me show you guys the barrel here. It's pretty simple, the matte barrel, very plastic. It doesn't feel super cheap, but it doesn't feel super expensive either. And the cap does go on the end there. So let me try. First color doesn't do anything. I'm assuming these are supposed to work on both white and black paper. Like, why would it be a part of the Black Edition if it doesn't draw on black paper? It doesn't explicitly say anywhere's good on black paper. Wow, it disappeared like completely almost. It looks like a little blemish on the paper. All right, so we're not off to a great start. Wow, I actually see like the paper on the tip of the pen here. Is it doing anything to the other side? No. Okay, so far not good. And there is not a white, I noticed. So these aren't really working on the black paper. So this is a huge disappointment so far. So there we have it. That's the video. These don't work on black paper, unfortunately. I got out some white paper. Ignore those swatches up there. I don't want to waste a paper on this. Okay. Let's see. Yep, they do have pigment. Interesting. So why are they called Black Edition if they don't work on the black paper, unless it's like everything is in black, like casing and barrels? Like that could be it, but that's very misleading because everything else has worked on black paper so far. Yep, these are markers and they marker on paper. Just not that excited to work with these now. I like that they are like a natural dye, I guess, but they have a subtle smell. It reminds me of blowing bubbles, like soap, I guess, like specifically the kind that you blow bubbles with though. And I can only really smell it if I'm close up to the marker. So again, these are not acrylic based, so that's why I was questioning if they were going to work on black paper or not. I was hoping some miracle was going to happen and it would, but I don't know what they are based in because it doesn't say anything like water-based, oil-based. It just says the pigments are based off of natural dyes. I'm going to assume that means water-based. Oh, gosh. And, the red flag, aside from it being more than likely a water-based marker, was that they included a black marker but not a white marker. Because what are you going to need black on black paper for? These are the colors. They're pretty basic. I feel like they match Crayola colors pretty flawlessly, honestly. These definitely look like Crayola colors. This one I think is the only unique one. It's like a peachy color. Usually when we get oranges, they're like yellowy orange, not peachy colored. So I do like that color. All right, I'm going to be doing some blending tests now to see how these work together. Already tearing apart the paper because I believe it's water-based, like I said earlier. So it looks like we can get a little bit of blending, but at the risk of the integrity of the paper. Now let's see how the colors overlay each other. So they are capable of making more colors. Also, if it wasn't obvious, you can make thicker and thinner lines depending on the angle and your pressure. Let's get into making some artwork with all of our new knowledge. Okay, so I sketched out bottles. I was just feeling like bottles today. I don't know why. I'm going to do the line art, but I'm going to do it in a gray micron because I know that these are going to smudge other markers, including themselves. So I will do it with a gray micron. It's like super thin, and I will go in at the end and redo the lines with one of the brush pens instead. So I'm hoping it'll go over the gray micron. That's why I picked gray instead of black. So I've gone ahead and done the line art. Now it is time to color. Okay, so I am done. It's not like the best work I've ever done. Not horrible either, but I became really discouraged after these didn't actually work on black paper like I was expecting. I think this is a cute concept. I might revisit this someday. The reason I didn't really use purple in one of the bottles is because I was planning on coloring in the background with purple, but after I saw how they were coloring and they were being really patchy and stuff, I was like, maybe not. That would be a lot of work and a lot of like tearing in the paper to deal with. So, do I recommend these? If you don't have Crayola super tips, maybe. But if you do, then I would say no. This would be a skip from me if I had known that sooner. I think these might work really cool if you were doing like line art, if you want to do like colored line art on stuff and you're used to like a brush kind of effect. I'm not very good with using brush tips for my line art. I'm just out of practice. I used to do it and then I stopped for a long time, and that's a different story for a different day. But that is going to be it from me today. If you want to check out another video where I try out this Black Edition line, go ahead and tap the thumbnail here. you want to catch up on anything you missed, you can go ahead and tap the thumbnail here. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to do all the cool YouTube things of comment, liking, subscribing, and turning on that notification bell, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye!